You're never gonna trust me.
Trust you? Where has that ever gotten me?
After 3 is about to change everything. If you're fascinated with love stories interspersed with toxicity and drama, then there's a chance you are fascinated by the After movie franchise. After We Fell is the next movie in the franchise after the release of After We Collided, which came out after a long wait. After We Fell, the 3rd movie in the franchise, is currently being shot in Bulgaria, unlike the first 2 movies which were shot in the United States. In this video, we will be looking at all the information available on the After 3, the release date, cast, and crew, what is going to happen, and how this release is going to change everything in the franchise based on books written by Anna Todd. Ready? Let's go. But first, a simple reminder on how to enter our brand new giveaway. We are giving away either an iPhone X Max, the new iPad mini, or MacBook Pro. It's all your choice. So be sure to leave a like, comment the keyword, subscribe, and turn on notifications to enter the giveaway. It's really that simple. When will After 3 be released? We got a very early Christmas gift from the creators of the movie after it was announced in September that the movies After We Fell and After Ever Happy will be filmed at the same time. It took an awful long time for After We Collided to be released, but there's a good reason for this. The global health situation and lockdown measures put in place in the United States and other parts of the world made it impossible to shoot at the time. This consequently caused the producers to move the date of the release, causing fans to wait for too long for the release. But with the release of a vaccine and the relaxing of lockdown measures, the producers have stepped up their game and are shooting After We Fell and After Ever Happy at the same time in Bulgaria. According to the book description of After We Fell, the lives of our protagonists will not remain the same. This is because it is in this movie that Tessa makes a life-changing decision. The movie takes its time to reveal formerly unknown facts about her family, about her past, and also about Hardin. With this revelation, it becomes even more difficult to picture the young couple together. Our guess is that one of the first subjects we are going to deal with in the After 3 is watching Hardin try to win back the trust of Tessa. If you are as big a fan of the movies as we are, then you are already going through the book to find out what is going to happen in After 3 and what it is going to focus on, and also who will be acting in it. Interestingly, filming on both sequels ended on the 18th of December, but we aren't still exactly sure about the official release date. What will the movie focus on? As earlier mentioned, the book's summary reads, just as Tessa makes the biggest decision of her life, everything changes. Revelations about first her family and then Hardin's throw everything they knew before in doubt and makes their hard-won future together more difficult to claim. The story is crazy. The life of Tessa begins to unglue. Nothing is the same. Her friends and family are not the same. Even the person she used to love is trying so hard to get into her head, but she isn't budging. Hardin discovers that she is hiding a secret, but rather than try to understand her, he sabotages her relationship. Tessa, on the other hand, is quite informed about the fact that Hardin loves her and would do anything for her, but she is quite unsure about whether she wants to have him in her life or not. She wants something different from the cycle of anger, jealousy, and forgiveness. Even though she hasn't felt that kind of love for anyone else, especially after a kiss, she still asks herself if being with Hardin is worth all the drama. If you still want to get more information, then you'd have to read this book to find out. As you'd remember, the movie After We Collided ended with the young couple reuniting and giving their relationship another chance. We were also left hanging about the place of Trevor in the whole thing, as the entire love triangle was not properly explained. We also saw the trauma of Hardin as it relates to his tough childhood and his father. Most importantly, we saw a number of R-rated scenes, including the hot scene where we see the buttocks of Hero, something that took the internet by storm. The director of the film has announced that there's going to be a major addition to the cast in the next 2 movies, and this is Tessa's father. While the next movie is going to focus on the relationship of Tessa and Hardin and their struggle with personal demons, it'll also focus on the fact that they no longer have the passionate relationship that they once used to share. But this doesn't mean that they will suddenly grow past the unhealthy way they have dealt with their problems in the past. The relationship of Tessa and Hardin has sparked a conversation online, with most people saying the couple has the exact blueprint for how a relationship shouldn't work. This is especially because of their toxic way of dealing with problems. A bunch of other individuals have indicated that the movie kind of glorifies a toxic relationship. But this is not true. Like every body of art, it is up to the final consumers to determine exactly what it is they want to take away from it. The movie is not a rule book for relationships. It is simply about the relationship of 2 young people in love. And it's totally up to you what you make of that. Cast members. The stars of the cast will remain Josephine Langford and Hero Finn's Tiffin, who will be reprising their roles as Tessa and Hardin in the next two movies, After We Fell and After Ever Happy. Dylan Sprouse will also be playing the role of Trevor, and Samuel Larson will also be returning to play the character of Zed. Also, there will be a ton of new faces since shooting moved to Bulgaria. Chance Perdomo, the star of Chilling Adventures of Sabrina, will be playing the character of Landon, a role which was originated by Shane Paul McGee. Stephen Moyer from True Blood will be playing the role of Christian Vance, replacing Charlie Weber from After We Collided. Mira Sorvino from Michelle's High School Reunion will be playing the role of Carol, a role which was first played by Selma Blair. Furthermore, Carter Jenkins and Ariel Cabell will take on the roles of Robert and Kimberly, if you remember. Kimberly was first played by Candace King, a star from The Vampire Diaries. There's also another recasting for Karen, and this time it'll be played by Frances Turner. Nora is a new character, and this role will be played by Kiana Madeira. Carter Jenkins will also take the role of Robert in the next two movies, and he has been touted to be a character that will cause a major struggle in the relationship of Tessa and Hardin. Will Hardin be the same in After 3? Well, maybe. In the third book, something is different about the relationship, and this is the fact that Hardin has to deal with the fact that things aren't what they used to be. Tessa is dealing with so much, and it is kind of distracting for her, and Hardin is frustrated that this is not the relationship he is used to. You should also remember that Tessa is relocating to Seattle because of the company she works with, but this only turns Hardin into a more selfish person. He fails to understand that to make a relationship work, you have to compromise and understand what your partner is going through. Hardin is not ready to understand that. When Tessa asks him why he doesn't want to move with her to Seattle, he does not give a reason why, but deep down, he knows that his self-doubt about everything will probably mess things up. We see the couple go out on a weekend trip and use this opportunity to work things out for themselves, but the trip changes everything. Fans of the third book have said that they were shocked to see how Hardin was portrayed in the third book in a very different way from his character. On the other hand, the trip does nothing to help their relationship, but further destroys it. But we can be guaranteed that he would be the same in the third movie, controlling and rude. We will see him constantly expect Tessa to forgive his idiotic and egoistic behavior while consistently hurting his feelings. However, we can hope that the movie will focus on the fact that Hardin realizes that not everything is about him, and that not everything will work out in his favor. The return of Zed. In as much as we want you to have all the important information about the upcoming movie, it is imperative that we do not give too much information. Now, the third movie will most probably feature the frat house drama, which will in turn focus on Tessa's father and mother, and quite a twist here, Zed. Zed's best habit is being nice, caring, and knowing when to show up. And if he does this a little more consistently, it could cause some serious friction in the relationship of Tessa and Hardin. While we hope to see the character development in the character of Hardin in the next two films concerning his anger issues and ego, we can only hope that it happens fast enough before something develops between Tessa and Zed. If we are, however, banking on information from the book, Hardin might totally end up being this soft and caring guy who suddenly cares about how to love and respect himself and a woman. But even with that, we are guaranteed that the relationship will still feature a ton of drama. Also, since the movie will revolve around Hardin trying to get back the trust of his lover, we are guaranteed to see Hardin become a much more different individual. But this will expose something really crazy about Tessa. Is she in love with the toxic version of Hardin? If she is, how then will she cope if he suddenly becomes kind and caring? In the movie, we see him going to Landon and Tessa's parents for help, all in a bid to become a better person. However, when he gets her, they will have to deal with even more issues. And then there's Zed, who's waiting for just one more incident where Hardin makes a mess, as this will finally give him a great chance with Tessa. The After 3 is surely going to change everything in the series. Are you ready? And with that, we wrap up this video. Thank you for watching.